But how do you find that right publicist? How do you know that it's the right connection? If you're just trying to find that initial publicist, what are some of the things that you should be looking for? I mean, we talked about price at the beginning, but like, it's not just about the cost, the promises. What should somebody look for?
I think for the people who are on this chat, in the chat box that I can see doing great messages, and people who are participating in this particular session with us, whether you're a manager, whether you're a producer, whether you're a person who's creating music, who's on this session with us, I think the important thing is treat choosing your publicist like you would choose everybody you want to bring into your life. You need, for your music career, it's really hard. You know, I've been doing this 32 years and every day I'm learning something new. There's a new door that I have to knock down. There's something new I have to learn in tech. So you want to surround yourself with people in your personal and professional life that you can trust, that have the same values as you. I think it's extremely important to have somebody who wants to step up and cheerlead for you. And that's at all levels of your career. As a baby artist or a baby band, you need cheerleaders with huge connections that you don't have in your corner because you're not there yet. And then when you're an artist that's coming back after like 10 years of being away and having kids, and you're like, 30 years into your career, you also need a different kind of cheerleader to reinvigorate your career. So I would say the things that I know really have been valued from my team, and I have myself and 4 staff, is people value the fact that we're honest. I'm shockingly honest, sometimes to a fault, very loyal, extremely supportive of our artists. I'm willing to work the extra mile and go the extra mile. I'll routinely work 12 to 18-hour days if it means helping someone out a little more. But you've got to get someone who gets you. They've got to love what you do, love you as a human. You don't want to pay a publicist who just can't afford their rent and they're taking your money to pay their rent. Like, we all understand that happens all the time, In fact, I've had music industry people in Canada, this is horrendous, say to me, oh, well, I didn't bother sending you this referral for this artist because you're doing so well. You don't need the money. I sent it to so-and-so who's got no clients. And I'm like, that person has no clients because they rip artists off. Nobody uses them anymore. They take their money, they don't do their work, they don't advocate for the artist, they don't get results, and they're not transparent. And so that's pretty shocking too. So I definitely want to shout out to the participants on this session to say, all those things about the loyalty, the cheerleader, someone who really gets you, and it might not even be someone who gets your music initially, but they get you. That's a really important choice for any team member and not just a publicist. And then the other part is finding a publicist, talk to the talent. Don't go to just the music industry and go, can you refer me to a great publicist? You might end up getting their friend who's got no money, who needs work. Go to the talent, go to the Instagram of the publicist that you're looking at, get 2 or 3 different company names or people name that you can check out. Go to the Instagram, see who they're representing, DM those bands and go, hey, or those artists and go, hey, I am looking at working with this particular company. How's your experience been? I just love any feedback, because I'm looking for referrals. It's got to come out of the horse's mouths. Use your references from the people who paid the money to get the job done. And it's not just sometimes about getting the job done. I can't tell you how many times I've believed in an artist, probably at least 15 times in 15 years, I've really believed in some talent that's come our way, put everything on the line. Within the first month, we know we're getting nothing. And the first thing I do is I refund that check and I keep working, because it's like, you know what? Sometimes you work really hard. You get paid to do the job that you're meant to be doing, which is pitching media, but you can't guarantee that those people are going to love this act like you do. And all you get is no's, Dwayne. And it's one, extremely deflating as the person selling it. But my job and my team's job is to be honest with people like you and go, listen, dude, we need to regroup. This is not working. And you want someone who's also going to be that frank with you to go, it's not resonating. Here's your money back. Save it. I'm going to see what else I can do. But you also have to have someone who's going to be that honest. And that's not just a publicist, your manager, your bandmates, other people in your circle that you bring on. It's really important when you're choosing people in your career.
Yeah, I love the honesty and that kind of brutal honesty at times, because I think as artists, we feel that, like, of course our music's so good. Everybody should want to publicize us and we should get these spots that we don't realize are being fought for by a lot of people, and hearing no and no and no. And a lot of artists will blame their publicist or their manager, and sometimes not take accountability or realize that maybe it's timing that's involved or there's more work that needs to be done. So I'm glad you pointed that out.